My name is Ryan, and I had the privilege to go to India in 2011 and 2013 through 2016. On all the trips that I went on, the purpose of the trip was to tell people about Jesus. And what we did to accomplish that was every student, every night, went to their own village with their own translator and spoke to the villagers in that area about Jesus. We did 14 sermons, laying out the gospel, laying out basic beliefs, and just teaching them from the Bible who Jesus is, what he did for us, and how they can take part in his ministry and to become Christians as themselves. There was a lot of memorable things about the trips, anywhere from just the culture, from the food to the way they dress, to being so obviously set apart as being the only white people there, to spending time with friends, getting closer with the people on the trip. But some of the most memorable things were being able to see the people going from the almost hopeless lives that they led to meeting Christ, accepting Christ, and to becoming Christians, and being excited to spread the gospel amongst their friends and villagers. It's about halfway through the meetings, and a lot of times when you're doing it every night, every day, it becomes just a routine, and it can get a little bit discouraging, especially if less people are coming to your meetings, or if you hear someone else had more people at their meetings and they're having these awesome stories and you aren't. So I was kind of hitting that middle of the trip slump, and I was a little discouraged. And I remember just sitting there and opening my Bible, just asking God to show me some kind of encouragement. And I opened to Isaiah 54 verse 10, and it says, "Though the mountains be shaken and the hills be removed, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor will my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord who has compassion on you." And that was just a huge thing for me, and that's a verse that's helped me in my whole life, just to, if I'm in a hill or a valley, wherever I am in my spiritual walk, God is always there for me, just to remember that. And that was just a really big thing, kind of a turning point in that trip, and something that I was able to bring back to the States with me. And this is now 4 years later, and it's still having an impact on my life. The biggest way that these trips have affected my life personally is helping me to understand the reality of the great controversy, and that good and evil, God and Satan, are battling for every single soul. And lots of times here living in America where we're comfortable, at least for myself, it's easy to go to church on Sabbath and maybe even have devotions every day. But then when you see people, everyone else is comfortable, and you're just very at home and very comfortable, and you're not really experiencing the real controversy that's going on. But every time I would go on those trips, I would see these people who didn't have that background that I have. They're not living a very comfortable life. They don't know about Jesus, and they're not surrounded by people who do know about Jesus. And as we're able to tell them that, just seeing God fight for us on those mission trips, and seeing those people as their hearts are won and their hearts are brought over to Christ, and they're understanding God's love for them for the first time, and seeing that and seeing the results and the baptisms that we were able to witness. That was one of the biggest impacts on my life, and things that I was able to experience on these mission trips. Well, I would say pretty much as a direct result of the mission work I was able to do at Sunnydale. I'm double majoring in religion with a missions emphasis, and international rescue and relief, where I'm learning a lot of skills that would be very useful in the mission field. And I'm wanting to utilize what I'm learning here at Union to be able to further God's work in the mission field and be able to do mission work with that, whether that's as a full-time missionary or whether that's helping out in short-term mission trips. First of all, thank you so much. You have no idea the impact you're having on the students, but more than that, you have no idea the eternal impact you're having on the people. Ellen White says that for every person that you have a part in bringing to heaven, you'll have a star in your crown for that person. And I believe that you guys who are helping to sponsor us, that you guys are the ones making it possible for us to go over. And I believe that you are taking just as much of a part in the mission as we are as the ones who are preaching. And if you're considering to help a student go on a mission trip, please do it. Help as much as you can, because you have no idea. You won't see until you get to heaven the results that you are helping these students to have in their lives, and the people over there. A few $1,000s that people raised to help me go and it resulted in 200 people giving their lives to Jesus. And that's invaluable. Like, you can't even put a measure of value on that. A mission trip does not automatically give you a relationship with God, but a mission trip will automatically challenge you in your relationship with God. And it'll challenge you, and you can either grow from that challenge, or you can just go and enjoy the views and the sights and sounds. And even if you're just going as a little vacation, you're gonna have a good time and you're gonna enjoy it, but go and get the most out of it. Go and allow God to work through you. Go and allow God to change you. Ask God every day to change you. And if you think you may not get the money, if you think you may not get a passport or a visa or something that you need, pray about it. Pray about it, because this is the Lord's work. This is not your work. You're not responsible for doing the Lord's work. If He wants you there, He's going to send you, and He's going to work it out.